Thank you for clicking on this video. And in this video, I want to talk about, as the title suggests, it's not all about the money. And I haven't shaved for a while because I've been basically at home hiding from COVID-19, or rather hiding from the consequences of getting COVID-19. But I want to talk about ESL as a profession, as a career, and what I would really like is for people to comment, and I'm always asking for comments, but I hope that this video can elicit a few comments. I'm going to introduce some of the books that I have used in terms of like my teaching practice, and yeah, I'm looking into doing some higher education, some extra education, so it's got me thinking about a lot of different stuff. And I remember when I was studying to be an orientation and mobility instructor, that one of the big kind of things was like everybody wanted to raise the status of the profession. And I think that if you are a professional, you definitely are interested in raising the status of the profession. Sometimes I hear about ESL talked about in terms of money alone, and I've done this myself. I've got a couple of videos where I talk about how much money you can make, and I think that is a consideration for a lot of people, and I'm not going to lie, it was a motivator for me. When I first began my ESL teaching career, or I first wanted to learn about it, I thought it could be a way for me to make some money and for me to save some money, but it's not all about the money. And if you're a capable, intelligent person and you choose ESL as your way to make a lot of money, I think that is fairly strange, because there are lots of other careers and lots of other pathways that can get you a lot more money faster. People who teach languages, whether it be English or whether it be French, it's usually because they have an interest in the language. And this video, I don't want it to be about me. I don't want my channel to be about me. I think everybody has their stories. Every English teacher has their stories about their relationship to the language, and share your relationship to it below. And I know the politically correct thing to say is that English is just another language, and in my better moods, that's what I feel. But in my heart of hearts, I have to admit that I probably do believe, I certainly do believe, and I might get some negative comments for saying this, but I really do believe that English is a special language, and certainly for me it's a special language. So it's a truth for me. And I guess teaching this language is something that is an enormous challenge. And I guess it's an area where I can kind of try to feel out and discover truth and understand myself and reality via this, or through this profession. So I've got a couple of books here I want to introduce. This book is, these are the best of the best. These books are the best of the best. So what I might do is hold these up for this video, but I'll include the names of the books and whatever in the video description. So this is The Articulate Mammal. This is a really classic book. Psycholinguistics. It's a heavy topic. It's interesting. I mean, yeah, like if you want to really get into the depths of what linguistics is, this is a classic. This is a classic. A more practical book is Working with Words. Okay, so this is it's just a practical guide to teaching vocabulary. And again, I'll leave a description to this book. I've been dragging this book around for the last 12 years of my life. I've taken it everywhere I've gone. And that's the Cambridge Encyclopedia of Language. I have read this, believe it or not. It's very thick, but I have read it. And I mean, that is a classic. That is a classic. And I would like to reread it again, actually. I mean, I've reread sections of it again and again and again. This is a great book as well. I haven't read all of this. It's another thick book, but I've read... where have I read to? I've read 120 pages of it. So I'm really interested in finishing this book as well. But yeah, this is from the Ohio State University Press, and this is like how we speak, how we pronounce. So this book is also a really practical book for teaching English. Now, getting back to like the topic of it's not all about the money. It's not all about the money. It's not all about the money. And I've met like so many people who have kind of, that's the first thing they think. They think, oh, you're an English teacher because you want to get some money. You want to get some easy money. But there's a lot of other reasons that people become English teachers. I mean, I got really sick of doing work where my only value was that, you know, I had a back and I wasn't going to burn the place down, and you know, I could follow simple instructions, and I just really, I guess I wanted a job where I could speak to people. My work before that was just like, I didn't speak to anyone. You know, if I did, it was like just like very, very brief, like, yeah. So I really was excited about having a job where I'd be talking to people, I'd be communicating with people, and a job where I'd be inside, maybe wearing a tie, maybe wearing some nice clothes, like not just outside, working outside. And again, I don't want this to be all about me, but there's a lot of different reasons that people get into this career. And like talking about money and stuff, like, it's so funny, but I was doing these English corners at the university. I wasn't paid for them at all, and I was doing all these English corners, like one a week, and then I started doing two a week, and I didn't do them last semester, but I want to start them up again. But I did them for a semester, and it was the funniest thing, because I was getting on the bus, and I was like so happy, you know, like I was all lit up and just smiling to myself, and I thought, you know, like, why do I feel like this? Like, I don't feel like this when I get paid big money, you know, like, why am I so happy that I got paid nothing? And there's a lot of stuff like that, you know. There's a lot of teachers that do stuff like that. I think almost every teacher I know has taught a student for free, and it's not all about the money. It's not all about the money. There was a student I was teaching. He was 20 years old, just started working, and he lost his job, and he said, you know, I want to discontinue the classes. And I said, why? And he said, well, I can't afford them. And I sort of said, you know, I met him like a few times and gave him a lot of materials to self-study. And I said to him, like, if you have time, meet up with me. And I would have met up with him. Like, I would have met up with him, but he lived like far away, like near Baldi. Sorry, not Baldi. I think Ninghe from memory. This is 2 or 3 years ago. But yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of teachers that I know that have done similar stuff like that. So if you have a memory of a time where you've taught a student for free, where you've helped a student for free, and another example is like letters of recommendation, all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that's also a part of being a professional, is like doing those extra things. Like if you're a professional doctor or you're a professional lawyer or you're a professional accountant, whatever, not everything is just on the clock. You know, sometimes you're doing pro bono work. I mean, that's a part of it. So if you've got a memory of when you've helped someone, when you've done some extra work, or you've done some volunteer work, some free work for someone, let me know. And just to bring it right back to basics, I mean, I was one of those guys, you know, and it sounds like I'm, what does it make me sound like? It sounds like I'm some sort of, there's a special word for these kind of people, you know, but I was tutoring these refugees that had just come to Australia, these Sudanese migrants. I was doing it for free. And I just thought, like, when I was doing it, I thought, wow, like, I mean, this was before I'd even decided to become an ESL teacher. And I just thought, like, at the time, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I was getting paid? You know, but I was doing it. And yeah, like, that's kind of the place where I began my ESL career. And yeah, like, if you're an ESL teacher, most likely you're doing it for money, but it's not all about the money. And that's all I wanted to say. So we've all seen like videos about people breaking it down, how much money they can make. But it's important to remember that, yeah, that's probably not who we are. It's probably not what we're really about. And yeah, so let me know in the comments below if you've taught someone for free, and I hope everyone's well. The Olympics is on right now. I've been watching the opening ceremony on my phone. I saw the Australians come out, so that was pretty cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of the events, and yeah, I hope everybody's well. Bye.